What's up, everybody? We're back. Week 15, best ball advancement week, and we've just been eliminated by Kyle Pitts. Let's jump in to the content. Let's go. Yeah, in all seriousness, I don't think really we're eliminated yet, but definitely if you have a Kyle Pitts team, you're feeling pretty good. If you don't have Kyle Pitts teams, which I have very little amount of, you're feeling pretty bad. But that's kind of the nature of it. I mean, like most people are going to be like when a guy that's lower owned gets through, especially, I mean, just the fact it's Kyle Pitts is kind of funny, but like a guy that's like lower owned is just absolutely explodes on the slate. It's just like, what are you supposed to do about that? It's basically like, it's a little different when you're like, okay, well, Gibbs is 40% owned, JT's 50% owned, they just dropped 40, whatever. Like there's a bunch of teams in there. It's a lot more amplified when you see like, okay, this is an 8% guy or like a low percentage guy, and this guy just popped off for 40. There's a few teams that have like maybe one in each pod. Some pods have none, some pods have a few. Like it feels kind of worse, honestly. Like when you're staring down the barrel, like, okay, hey, the chalk JT dropped 40, but hey, I got JT on these 5 teams. Like, I don't know. It's a psychological thing. It just feels way worse. And the fact that he's a tight end, and Kyle Pitts, we've all loved him for a while, and then he pops off and destroys a lot of our teams potentially. But it is what it is. I think really ultimately the biggest thing to take away is that if you entered a good amount of contests, you're gonna have pods without him. B, you're gonna have pods that you're gonna advance either way, and then a lot of them you weren't even gonna sniff the top anyway. So you just got to think of it. You got to be realistic about it of how hard it is to advance in the first place. But it does suck. I mean, if you had a Pitts team just chilling, it would feel pretty damn good. I mean, you got to be like, if you have a Pitts team with quarterbacks and stuff, like you don't have like a no quarterback team. If you just have a Pitts team and it's solid, like I would say you feel pretty good. Like, I don't know, like what are the odds? Like, you got like a 30% chance to advance, like a 40%. Like there's a lot of games to be played. Like you're not like 80-20 to advance just because the Kyle Pitts game. Like that's just not how it works. You got a lot of players in your team have to also contribute scores that are meaningful. And that doesn't take into account like what if Chase goes for 50? What if Gibbs goes for 40? What if JT goes for 30? What if Bowers goes for 30? Like, there's just a lot of stuff that can happen. I'm on the camp where, like, can I get Fannin or Bowers to give me like 30 points so I can kind of like keep up with those teams? That's kind of what my hope is, personally, right now. We got a lot to unpack this show, but we'll hang out for a little over an hour-ish, hour and a half, and then we'll go over to we'll do Pickems and stuff like that. We'll do it all, battle royales, Pickems. We'll talk about my teams and BBM teams and other contests, and also just in general, like the teams that I'm sweating, and then maybe do some playoff best ball at some point too. We'll see. We might just talk about it. Maybe we'll save it for another day, but definitely battle royales today. Let me get music going, and we'll jump into the next thing here. I have one puppy with Pitts, one with Bijan. Hey, there you go. Yeah, so I have, what do I got? I got like a very low amount. That's all I can say. Stop. Very low amount. I have no BBM teams with Pitts, which is hard to believe, but is the reality. One Pitts team and I have one Pitts team and a puppy. I have a Pitts team and the Pomeranian, and then a big board Pitts team. And I think that's it. Yeah. One Pitts team and big board. One puppy, one Pomeranian in the regular contests. And then I think I have nothing else. I think that's it. Insane stuff, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like it's like I wasn't even like that underexposed to Pitts. It's just the fact that like I didn't get any through, which kind of sucks. I kind of want to just look. What was my actual Pitts exposure? I'm assuming it was like 8 or something. Nothing crazy, but I do want to check that right now. But yeah, I mean, you feel good if you have Pitts. You're not dead if you don't have them, but it doesn't feel great. That's for sure. Especially if you're like in a pod where you have like 4 Pitts teams. I feel like you don't have to feel like, I don't know. I think you can pretty much just like kiss that one goodbye. Maybe that's a stupid take, but I think like most of those are in real bad shape because you're really hoping the Pitts team just like sucks otherwise. Because like 40 points is just a lot. Like I don't know. I'm hopeful I can get 20 to 25 from one of my tight ends, but hey, if like Bowers goes for 30, Fanning goes for 30, McBride goes, any of those guys go for like 30, like you could pretty much just negate the fact that Pitts got 40. I mean, obviously you prefer a Pitts 40 over a McBride 30 in the second round, but you can at least, you feel like you can compete a little better at least. All right, let's look. So Pitts, I had an exposure of 6%. So like that's what happened when you're underweight Pitts, you're gonna get the blade when he goes crazy. Still, like to have like basically 2%, like like 1% of my teams having Pitts, even though I took 6% overall, it kind of sucks. But I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that's true at all. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's probably. I mean, yeah, I guess that is right in a sense that Pitts isn't going to have like an 80% exposure in the next round, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pitts has like a 50% advance rate into the next round. Like if you had Pitts on your team has like a 50-50 shot of getting through. I think that's probably fair. Maybe 40, 60-40, 40-60. Like even then, like that's pretty damn good for one player. But I don't know. I'm not here to doom and gloom. I'm excited for it either way. But it does like some of these feel pretty hard. Like if you have like 3 Pitts teams in your pods, you really have to kind of thread a tight needle there because they all have to suck and you have to go crazy. And that's just not going to happen very often. But yeah, I'm going to hope for whatever is best for everybody in here, no matter what. So anyways, let's look at this real quick. This is the team I'm most excited about. We'll see what happens with it. What's up, Gail? It's all right. Hey. Weekend's not over. Really, I think the best shot we have to like fighting back is like if you get another big tight end game from someone, like someone drops 30 or something. And it's not, I mean, you just need like, I don't know, the Gibbs 50 or like the Allen 40 or like those things will happen. Like you'll fight back. Like a big game from Chase could just completely, like, unless the person doesn't have Chase and Pitts, you're chilling, right? So you're just hoping for another guy that has a massive spike. It's just like a 40-point at tight end is pretty crazy. Like let's just say like insert Kyle Pitts and change that to like, I don't know, freaking change it to Ramondre Stevenson or something. Then I don't even feel that bad anymore. But like the fact that it's Kyle Pitts, A, is crazy tilting. B, the fact that he's a tight end, even more tilting. Yeah, I have a couple with 2 Pitts teams, but most of them have 1, and then a few of them have 0. So this one has 1. So I'm fading this guy, this Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles. He's got a pretty solid team. Receivers are his weak spot, so I can really hope for a really down game for his receivers, and then I could probably jump up ahead. These running backs are going to be good. Like he's going to get a few scores out of these 2 or these 4 guys. He's going to get some scores, and then quarterback is 3 live. He should probably fine. But this team's just sick. I really hope this one can somehow sneak through. 2 quarterbacks, Jordan Love and Tua, kind of my weakest spot of the team. Barkley, Hendo, Pollard, Sharps, Kyle Monangai, JSN, Waddle, Pearsall, Keon Coleman, Pittman, Dobbs, Horton, Washington, Bowers, Fannin. Like this team, I was talking about it for a while. I'm really excited about this one. Like, can we get a Barkley like 35-point game, something like that? I don't know. This would be pretty sick to get through. We'll see. I'm hoping. I mean, like, hope. If I get one team through here, I'm already above expectation. So I don't know. I'm hoping for 1. If I get 2, I'm pretty happy. If I get 1 through, I can't complain. Having 0 Pitts, and if I get 2 through, I'm very happy. So we'll see. I mean, I'm probably going to get 1 or 0, but if I get 2 somehow, I'd be pretty ecstatic about these ones. And then, like I said, there is like 3 in here that don't have pits. So, but the rest of them either have a pits share or 2. So yeah, I mean, this is like the math makes sense. Like you're going to have pits in a lot of your pods, which is kind of the way it works. Unless you ran super lucky. Yeah, that seems pretty sick. I'm excited about that one. There's a couple other good ones. Like this one's interesting. One Pitts team, but it's got freaking Justin Jefferson on it. Pretty crazy. It might not matter, but like if there was a time for Jefferson to drop 35 points, that would be pretty cool, I think. But we'll see. Doubt it, but that would be cool. There's a couple other ones I'm somewhat excited about. This team's pretty fun. This little puppy one I did this one on stream. It was one of my recordings I did with like the wheel, and this one, it's kind of a cool team. I'll show you it if I can find it. Puppy. There it is. This one I feel pretty good about advancing, to be honest with you. The top team advances. I have Bijan, Pitts, but I got Bo Nix, Darnold, so I got two quarterbacks. Harvey, Tootin, Sampson, so really just Harvey and Bijan, really. You can kind of throw Tootin in. Sampson's out this week, and Brashard Smith is nothing yet. Adams, JSN, Sutton, Golden, Boo, Mooney, Boo, Douglas Franklin at least can do something. And then Kelsey, Ingram, Pitts is pretty good tight end room. So this one's a pretty decent team, and it's like a wheel decided like half of my team. So interesting for sure. Here's the other one, but this one isn't as good. But hey, no pits in this pod. But it kind of illustrates to me, like, obviously, like if you get the JT 50 bomb in the playoffs, you're like, well, whatever. Like he was high owned, and I knew I was gonna have to face a lot of JT. Pitts is a little bit more like, God, that sucks. But I think that's why you do more contests. Like you do, a variety of stuff, because you get this kind of stuff happens, and you get a pod. This one probably has it, right? Okay, you get a pod. Like let's just in this one, for example, this is my Bulldog team. Highest entry I did on the site other than the Big Elim, and no one has them. So like that's pretty awesome for this pod, because if Pitts was in this pod, he might already have one through basically. So yeah, hopefully I can get this one through. That'd be nice to get a little Bulldog into the semis. But the problem is I only have Ward at quarterback, but it's a fine team otherwise. I'll show you it. Achane, Mason, Tyjae, Tootin. So I need Achane to be playing, and then one of Mason, Spears, Tootin to do anything. Kind of weak at running back. Receivers are fine. JSN, McMillan, Jennings, Debo, Igbuka, Burden, Mitchell. Receivers are pretty dope, honestly. I think any of those guys can score points on any week. And then Bowers, Henry is sick. So that team's pretty cool. If I can get it through, really need Cam Ward to carry me, because he literally might be solo for the rest of the year. So can we get some like 20-point Cam Ward games? That would be good for me. Got my Husky team, also has I got none of them in there too. So Tua or Mahomes, T-Law, Achane. Oh, this team's so sad. It's basically like a 0 running back team. Caleb Johnson, Scatabo, Chubb. Is there anything worse than that? Chubb's questionable. Chris Rodriguez is questionable. Not gonna lie, I would like a Bill game for just because that'd be cool. Is there anything else I want to show you guys? Not really. I mean, those are the main things. Hopefully, I can get a couple of these BBMs through. But I'm like I said, I'm happy with one, really happy with 2, and then if I get 0, it is what it is. See Kyle Pitts next year. I think that was the main team I wanted to look. Oh, this is the one I recorded as well. Definitely love when I get a comment on that video. It's like, oh, Rice suspension, your team's dead, as if like Rice wasn't going in like the 2nd round at some point in this tournament, and I got him in the 6th round. Just people just like say stuff, they don't have any idea what they're talking about. This team easily made it through, made it to the top 10,000, and still like looks pretty decent. Obviously I got to overcome this guy. See what this guy's got. I didn't look at his team yet. So he's got Kincaid, Pitts, Betch, Wandale, Hollywood, Judy, DJ Moore, Collins. So another one or every hope receiver sucks and his running backs are nuts. So once again, this is how I make up on this guy is receiving points. I need like a DJ Moore, Chill, Judy, Hollywood, Wandale. Like I could see that happening pretty easily. I don't see Nico having a shit game, but the rest of those guys could have down games. I can overcome some points there. Yeah, did I show this team yet? Okay, so this is the Mahomes, Goff, JT, Mason, JCM, Javonte, Ollie Gordon. So all those running backs are like okay. JCM's the worst of the bunch there. Amon-Ra, McMillan, JMO, Rashi Rice, Rome, Coker, Lane, Poop, KLS Poop, and then Fannin, Jonnu, Ferguson. Wish that wasn't Jonnu, but Fannin and Ferg is sick. So this one's not bad either. Really, you got to feel good about any sort of Detroit Rams situation you got. Feels really good. If you got some Puka teams, you got some JMO teams, those got to feel pretty nice, I would say. Let's see what Christopher said. I see teams get 2 or 3 high score players. Nothing else. We got to hit 135, 160 to get through anyways. Yeah, no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for sure. Like there's, I mean, obviously not every single Pitts team is gonna advance, but 40 points at tight end is a freaking lot, man. That is a lot of points. That's why I'm saying like you really, ideally, you want to be able to combat it with another tight end score. Like, can I get 30 from Fannin? Whatever, whoever it is, just can I get that 30 pointer from another tight end? That would be massive in terms of like not having Pitts be 70% owned in the next round. Because I mean, theoretically, like if tight ends score like 15 points or less this whole week, you could see like a 60% or more like Kyle Pitts advance rate, which is pretty crazy. But I mean, you can pretty much guarantee he'll be chalky. Like you can guarantee that, and that's just kind of how it works. He's low owned in the first round, and he's chalky in the second round. He's going to be chalky in the finals too. So if you can get any team through that doesn't have him or has him with someone else, that's good. That's always ideal. But yeah, anyways, excited for it. We'll see how it goes. We'll be back to talk about the hopeful few teams I have left, if not a bunch. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Like you just need someone to kind of fight that score a little bit. Cut it in half. Like you can easily make up 20 points in a week by having better receivers or better running backs or better quarter, whatever you want to say. Like you can make it up. Making up 30 to 40 points is really tough. Just at one position alone. So, anyways, like I said, excited for it nonetheless, but hopefully I can get 1 or 2 BBM teams to the next round so I have a shot at the finals. That would be cool, but we'll see. My goal is still to get 1 finals team. I'm not maxing, so it doesn't really, I mean, obviously it's a little bit easier to get a finals team with a max entry, but doesn't mean it's impossible. You don't have to max to get it. Like people have 1 entry and make it to the finals. Anyone can do it. So that's the fun thing, but I would like to get a finals team. That'd be cool. In BBM, that is. Gotten there in other tournaments. I'd be happy if that happens again, but I'd love to get a BBM team this year into the finals. That would be badass. So, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. Might not be this year. Might be this year. We'll see. So, fun time of the year for that purpose alone. But hopefully, if you don't get there in BBM, whether that be the semis or the finals, and you have other contests that you might slip through, and you can still have a shot at some nice prizes. So, and if not that, then hopefully you're just having fun, enjoying fantasy football while it's here for this year. But yeah, excited for playoff best ball, excited for everything like that. Yeah, it's always a good time. Playoff best ball is fun. FFPC playoff challenge is fun. The best ball playoffs are fun. Your season-long playoffs are fun. Like I got all that stuff going right now, so very, very fun time of the year for sure. Not to mention all the family festivities, all that stuff going on. A lot of jolly people going. A lot of jolly people. Always good. So, dog's growling. So yeah, let's get into the slate a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. Last week, oh yeah, last week, real quick. I had a awful last week. I mean, it was a fun weekend, but the week that I had like 0 Michael Wilson. That's pretty much a recipe for you to get a low ROI back, and that's about enough said. But I did win like pretty much all my money back on Quorum alts. I played some Quorum alts on the stream. You guys saw those. I did end up playing like Quorum rushing alts, touchdown alts. Anytime touchdown on DK, hit all of those. His alts hit all the way to the top. So that was like massive. Won like everything back with that. So that was really sick on DraftKings to get that back. That was perfect for me because otherwise I would have been. And it sucks because I had some nice Pickems on underdog that would have hit if Quorum would have gotten there on the rush attempt side, but he ended up getting there on the rushing yard side instead. It was a good take, but it was actually the yards you wanted instead of the attempts. So I ended up getting really lucky on that, or it worked out really well on that. So that was a good read. Kyron plus Quorum was pretty good combo in goal line stand. I wish I would have done it more. Only did it once, but yeah. So I ended up working out there too. But pretty hot run out to get the Quorum like big touchdown. I was just hoping he'd just get more carries, which technically happened, but not really. So. Anyways, yeah, pretty good slate for that purpose alone. Otherwise, like the DFS side was bad, but the straight bet saved the day completely for me. So that was nice. So got him for 2 touchdowns, got him for 1 touchdown, got him for like 90 yards all the way to the top. That was very, very good, very good. So all right. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. We got all the housekeeping done. I think we're ready to roll. We'll talk about the Dawg Bowl as we get into the BR stuff. But yeah, let's jump in here. Where are we at? All right, so we're good to go now. Get this going. Yeah, Dawg Bowl was pretty sick, man. Dawg Bowl was really fun. I was luckily enough to go to it, being close in the area. Had some connections. Was able to go. That was really cool just to experience that event. Super hats off to Underdog on that. It was really, really fun. Yeah, thankful for being able to do it. Got to meet some people that I probably won't have many opportunities to meet. So that was pretty cool. If that's the one time I get to see them, hopefully, future Dawg Bowl, stuff like that, I can qualify and get to that as well. Or, whatever happens with this channel grows enough to get to that point. But, I'm not counting on that. Just enjoying this. Anyone I can help, anyone I can hang out with here is cool with me. I just kind of do this for my own. Kind of looking back and trying to improve my game, but also trying to help other people out in the process, even if it's just one person is the goal here. And, finding value in what we do. That's what we're about here. And yeah, I'd love to be able to make this bigger, get some friends on board and make something of our own of it. So never know what can happen, but got to take it a little bit at a time. This has been my best year by far of everything, like channel, the definitely like my play and BR. It may not have gotten better, but I had the most success this year. It's been pretty awesome. So it's very, very cool. My most profitable year by far, especially if you include the last Super Bowl's win. So like definitely doing good there. So that was nice to have a couple of nice wins technically in this year. And hopefully we can keep that rolling. And the playoff best ball playoffs, all that stuff. We'll see if Kyle Pitts keeps me from another finals ticket or 2 like we did last year. Hopefully not. Hopefully he lets us get some finals teams still. No, I've been out eliminated for a while. There's only like 14 teams left, I think, in that thing. One thing I want to do is I need to do more. All right, so we got JSN as our first pick here. I'm pretty big on Barkley this week. I think like Henry's a nice spot too. Like I'm gonna be taking a good bit of Henry too. But honestly, like I think I might prefer Barkley over because I feel a little bit better about Lamar getting it going on the air than like Hurts. And it might just be like the Raiders defense is so bad, and it just might just be simple as like Raiders defense sucks. We're just gonna throw it just because we can. I kind of think that they're gonna lean on the run more and just be like, hey, let's just get a win, guys. Like we've had some pretty bad losses. Let's just get a dub. Barkley, you're gonna run it 28 times. And I think that might be enough to win the game. So I don't know. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Had a nice run last week. He still, I mean, like I said, he still hasn't looked good, but I like his spot this week. Good spot. I had one of his best weeks in a while last week. Hopefully he can build on that and they can get a win. Eagles are winning. Barkley scoring points. It's kind of the way I think about it. Yeah, I definitely had some. I mean, I've had plenty of misses, obviously, but definitely had some really nice takes and nice calls for sure. Yeah, I was saying I wanted to do more big elims next year. I like that contest a lot. This guy just took Hunt. Okay, is this guy punting? Yeah, I mean it's kind of. I don't know if like taking JT is just like stupid. It's like you want 10 points in your lineup, go ahead and take JT. That might be what's gonna happen, but he might just like get enough volume and be fine. I don't know. I don't really know how to think about him, to be honest. Let's get Fannin on this one. Actually, no, let's get JMO. Fannin. Yeah, I didn't since I did the Kyle Pitts thumbnail. I've been my main takes this slate is I want a lot of that Giants Commanders game. I like pretty much any way you can get to it. I think it's good. Like give me Dart Slayton is not crazy. Dart Theo. Like I'm gonna take the Slayton also this week. Again. But Dart Slayton, I think it's great. Dart Wandale, of course, Dart Theo. I think they're all good. I don't think this is a week where you want to like you definitely want to scroll. It's good, but like the quarterback scroll is really hard because quarterback 6 is like Joe Burrow. Like that is pretty. That's some pretty high upside quarterbacks. Andrews is out. Where'd you hear that? Clear for week 15. You're scaring me. You're scaring me, man. Yeah, I want to go in on Andrews this week, I think, because if they're gonna flip, like if Likely's gonna flip, I've been in on Likely every week, and he like truthfully should have had monster weeks that could have won me a slates. Like I had him in many slates that he was low owned in. Should have had 2 touchdowns a few games. Like he's had plenty of opportunities. And I'm not saying he's not going to continue to against the horrible tight end defense of the or just tight end or just defense in general of the Bengals. But like I feel like it's pretty it's not unlikely that we see a really we see an Andrews game. Yeah, no, he's clear. He's clear, according to Underdog at least. But no, I did see he had an injury. Sounds like he's good to go though. But yeah, if I'm gonna get Andrews, the guy that's usually, I mean, I think Likely can score touchdowns in his own right, and you know whatever. But like, I think it could be a good week to get back to Andrews on Underdog. Like Andrews is gonna be popular on DK. But like, if I'm gonna get the ownership discount on Andrews, who theoretically is probably just, I mean, would theoretically be the tight end 1 on the Ravens, probably want to jump in on that as well. I want both, but I'm going to skew a little towards Andrews on that. If I'm going to get if I'm going to get a good ownership discount, it feels pretty good. And I've been Likely every season because they've been flipped, but every week. But now that they're flipped again, I think Andrews makes sense. And he's hurt. He might get a little less Likely might get jammed at like a super high rate. Could be a complete trap. Could be, you know, whatever, like doesn't matter because their tight end defense is trash. But yeah, definitely want to get back to Andrews. Yeah, I think any like permutation that you want to do, Theo, Dart, Slate, Dart, Wandale, Theo, Dark, Terry, Theo, like whatever. Like just get any of the combo of that game. And you can also play the other side of the game. Mariota, Terry for now. I think you can take Debo, but I like Debo more than Terry, but Terry's better. And Debo, like if Debo's out, Terry low owned is pretty sick. He's already low owned, but Terry like extremely low owned is pretty legit. So I might get even more Terry. But yeah, I think either way you want to play it, I think that game could go over the total pretty easily. I like that game a lot. Like it's just like two trash defenses against like two like not great offenses, obviously, but they're like both they could both move the ball. Mario's moved the ball against Denver pretty easily in that one game he played against them. What did he have in that game? Like 24 against Denver. Can like Mariota do that against the Giants? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. And the Commanders defense is just like one of the worst in the league. They just let J.J. McCarthy throw 3 touchdowns on them. They got shut out like 31-0. I don't know. I think that seems like a good spot to get to some Giants. So that's where I'm at. Is there any goal line stand is 8K this week? We could do a few. Oh no, it's 10K again. Yeah, we'll do a few of those. Those are always fun. Get a GLS going. But yeah, oh yeah, Dawg Bowl. Dawg Bowl, super fun, man. Super sick experience. Glad I was able to go. It was a good time meeting people. Yeah, got to meet a lot of the people I've seen on stream for years now. Super, super cool. Super cool. Very thankful for the opportunity to do it. Probably won't be one anywhere near me anytime soon. So it's very cool to do that while I can. Hopefully I can get to some other events in the future at other places, whether that be the coast, wherever it is. Be cool to get to another event one year, either by qualifying or just kind of getting more connected with Underdog as as someone that really likes to play on their site. So, and would love to be partners with them, whatever. Like that's something that I'd love to do. So yeah, got to keep working towards it. Got to start somewhere. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. I will happily enjoy playing on the site as well. Did Purdy light up the Titans? Did Purdy light up the Titans? Are you asking for the future? I think it's a good spot for him. Get yourself some Purdy. Get yourself some CMC in your life. Get yourself some Kittle, Jennings. I think Pearsall is a pretty interesting. Like, I still believe in Pearsall. He was hurt for a while, coming back. Maybe he's just kind of having a slow start to get back. I don't see a reason why he can't like regain a bigger role in the offense. I'm not like convinced that he just is well behind of Jennings now. I think he's still got something in him. So I think he's really interesting in DFS, especially. I wouldn't be taking Pearsall on this. I would take Jennings maybe, but I probably wouldn't take any of them. Just take Kittle, CMC, and then take Purdy. Probably would make the most sense. In 12 mans, I think you could probably do a double with like Jennings, or if you really want to get crazy, you could do Pearsall probably. I just think like the Pearsall game is coming. I don't know when it's going to be, but maybe it's going to be in week 17 again. Who knows? But like Pearsall's going to have another good game by the end of the season, whether that's like 101 or 80-2, like something like that's going to happen. I can smell it. All right. I think a lot of people in that game are gonna go crazy. Yeah. I mean, we're talking a 55-point total, man. Like, that game's gonna be interesting for sure. I'm excited for that one to watch. Very excited to watch the Colts game too. Like, this is gonna be some, like, you're gonna be turning on Red Zone, and there's gonna be like, okay, hey, I haven't seen the Eagles game in a while. It's because they're up like 30-10 in the second quarter. But hey, I haven't seen that Jags game in a while. It's because they're up 40-7 in the third quarter. Like, there's just gonna be a lot of games like that where you're just gonna sit there and be like, okay, well, we're gonna lock in on this other. This is such a massive slate. It's so fun, so fun. I think there's gonna be like, let's see where we're at. Sorry, let's get Hendo, and then on this other team, Barkley, easy, cool. I think there's about to be like a bonanza points. Like, there's just a lot of there's a lot of games to be played. I don't think you should I guess I don't know. I kind of go back and forth of like how worried I am about the Pitt stuff. I think ultimately you shouldn't be that worried. And ultimately you should feel great if you had him. You should feel great. You should feel like you have a much better chance of advancing than most people do if you didn't have him. But there is a lot of points to be scored. A lot of fun games on this slate. There's going to be some points that go. There's going to be some guys that just go off. There's going to be some guys that could match him or even could surpass him. I don't think a tight end by any means, but like in other positions. And then if that Pitts team doesn't have that other guy that went for 40, there's things get really interesting then. So there's just a lot of points to be had. Josh Allen goes for 40, whatever it may be. There's just going to be a lot of craziness that goes on. We're far from the craziness being over. We're literally one game into the playoffs and we've all lost our minds already, myself included. But I don't know. There's just a lot of shit that needs to be done still. A lot of football to be played. So that's exciting. I do expect, like, if I don't have any pits, so I do expect I have a lower chance of getting some teams through than I did before Pitts dropped 40 points, which I think is a valid response. But it's hard not to overreact to it. And I think, to an extent, it makes sense. Like, got all these teams and you need Pitts. Feel like you need Pitts. You definitely would want Pitts. Yeah. Definitely one of those things that is kind of conflicting. Just a really weird feeling. Okay. On the clock over here. Let's get Lamar. Actually, no. We're going to get Hendo. I think Hendo I'd rather do. Okay, we'll get Dart, and this is a Dart Slayton team. Yeah, let's do that. Dart Slayton. Let's have some fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where you can't worry about it too much. Control what you can control. What you can control is just like hoping your teams do good. You can't really control anything else. It's just hoping will your teams to victory. It's about all you can really do on your side. Yeah, I hope it works out. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of freaking football to be played. Shouldn't overreact, but you shouldn't like underreact and like, okay, you know what? No, Pitts doesn't matter. The 40 points doesn't matter. I'm going to be completely fine. No, like if you had 0 Pitts, your expected advance rate has probably gone down slightly, if not a good amount, unfortunately. Which I'm in that boat. Like most of my teams don't have Pitts. A lot, like 90% of them don't. And that's okay. Hoping I can get a few non-Pitts teams through. And one or two of them being a BBM team, I'll be more than happy. I want to keep the finals dream alive. Thoughts on Hubbard against 24th ranked Saints defense. I don't know. I think I'm kind of like a stay away from that situation as a whole, to be honest with you. It's hard for me to say what they're going to do. I don't think anyone knows. but I don't feel great about one or the other getting the bulk of the workload, and that just makes me feel pretty upset. Like, just doesn't make me feel good at all about everything. It doesn't make me confident in like what could happen. Like Rico they could just do exactly what they did last week, and you're not happy with either, really. In that case, if you're talking DraftKings, I think either of them are pretty good plays. We're talking underdog. I don't like either of them personally. But like, if you look at this Chuba score, 19.4, if he ends up doing exactly that again on DK, you're jumping for joy. Underdog, you're also happy with 19.4. But yeah, it's just really hard to call what's going on with them. But really, it just feels like a split backfield to me. And I don't really enjoy split backfields that much. But I do like Henderson because he's got the upside. He has a split backfield, but he's got the upside. He's got the matchup. He's got he's already shown the juice a few times. Yeah. Like the upside of the offense feels better on the Patriots, so I'd prefer to take the shot on one of them. And then Henderson's like explosiveness just feels better than Rico and Chuba. And like I said, Rico was awesome, but like it seems like it might be going back to normal now. Or maybe even Chuba just takes over the backfield. So Reed takes over the backfield. Hard to say, but I'm off both of them. I would consider Chuba over Rico in like a if I was building like a DFS lineup, I think I would try to get some Chuba here and there. Because that could be a really good pick. Like if he just gets like I want the clock, hold on. Don't have a lot of Olave. Fannin feels a very nice I'm not gonna get Fannin coming back, huh? Yeah, I'm not. There's no way I'm getting Fannin to come back to me, but Puka. Just keep going, Puka Barkley. And whenever I take Puka Barkley, I make it a point to go Lamar Andrews. And just like say, hey, it's going to be a passing game instead of the Henry double touchdown. Yeah. Such a crazy slate. What is this, like a 12-game slate? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 game slate. God, dude. Insane. Yeah, don't forget my Bucks just completely blow the game also yesterday. Crazy, dude. I knew it was gonna happen. As soon as I saw they were down 2 points and they got the ball back, I was like, dude, this game's over. Easiest loss I've ever seen in my life. It's just, yeah, they're losing this game. Sure enough, they did. Just wild stuff that they lose that game. Rashee Rice is going to be gone because Davis Maddox is going to take him. And Lamar went. God dang it. Okay, how do we want to play this then? Took AJ. Well, maybe I can get Rashee. All right, yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, that seems good to me. Maybe let's take Andrews and then go like Mahomes. I like the Mahomes double a little bit. Last chance to do anything. Yeah, the defense sucks, dude. I was very aware that I was like, Atlanta's offense has been kind of broken. Nothing the Bucks can't fix up. You know, they can really help with that. They love doing that. Insane shit, man. I can't be taking Hendo on every team. That's just out of pocket. Let's go Woody. And then Mahomes and Andrews seems decent. Yeah, Fannin went as expected. I didn't expect to get him back. Yeah. Most unsurprising loss I've ever seen. It's just been one of those years where you just can sense it coming. Like, you just know, like, hey, hey, the Chiefs are about to lose. Like, they can't move the ball. They haven't done it all game. Are they really going to lose? They lose. Like, it's just like clockwork this year. It's crazy. Well, let's do the Purdy thing since we talked about it. But let's get a tight end first. Yes. We get Andrews, then we get Purdy, and then we go Pearsall. And if we can't get Purdy, then we go Mariota. Yeah. Now I feel like this guy's going to take Purdy. We'll see what happens. I also didn't think Andrews was going to come back either, but whatever. We'll see what happens. I'm a noob in the. I'm not great at the 6-mans yet. That's one thing I'm trying to get better at, because I need to get better at the 6-mans because that's how I'm going to get a Dawg Bowl ticket. Like I said, I think the Commanders guys and the Giants guys, like, if you want to get real frisky, go Slayton with Dart. But Dart, Terry, Mariota, Theo, Wandale, I already said Terry McLaurin, Debo if you're feeling crazy. And if you're feeling really crazy, Sanat, but I wouldn't do that. I would do that on like DraftKings only, probably. But a lot of interesting plays. I think we go Mahomes, Andrews here on this team. Bannon's still there. We might as well take Bannon. Mahomes, Fannin. Yeah, I mean, I think I would just in a flip a coin. Like, I think Fannin gets to score enough points without a touchdown. Andrews needs, realistically, if you're hoping Andrews gets 220, you probably need 2 touchdowns. Like, he's not good. Like, he just doesn't have like the 7 for 110 and 1 in him anymore. I don't feel like. Whereas Fannin just did that, and he's a very young player. So, would rather just take Fannin. Give me that 8 for 114, even without a touchdown. Like Andrews needs the touchdowns, which he could very well get 2, 3 touchdowns. But if I'm going to have the choice between Fannin and Andrews, I think I'm going to take Fannin. Other scrolls I like. Let me see what else I got here. I'm trying to think out on the top of my head. A lot of stuff to think about here. Okay. I like Woody Marks. He's not really a scroll. I think he's good. Devin Neal, pretty good. I assume Kamara got rolled out. He did. Yeah. Devin Neal feels pretty good. Carolina's defense is bad. Saints have looked decent. Like that a lot. Andrews, likely. Both those guys are somewhat scrolly. Just going to keep on fading Michael Wilson. Hope he just doesn't bury me every week. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that's the sentiment, because I'm just going to jam Andrews. I'm going to have both because I've always had both every week. But like, I've always had more likely because he was cheaper. Now I'm going to switch back and take Andrews and hope that can this dude just like do anything? Can you give me 2 touchdowns? Can you give me 1? Have a decent game. Should have a nice little run for a little bit. Purdy's gone. Brian Thomas, yeah, hell yeah. Are you crazy? Brian Thomas, we haven't talked about at all, but like, don't know why. I don't think he should be. Probably need to be sprinkling him into. He's just been out of sight, out of mind. I don't think he should be. He's like, if I'm going to like jam Wandale, you should be taking some Brian Thomas Jr. He looked good last week. A couple nice catches. House is one of those, and you're feeling really good. Jennings, yeah, he's good. He's fine. If I'm taking Purdy in like a 6-man, though, I'd rather take him with Kittle or CMC or both. I don't know if I want to add Jennings to that really right now. He hasn't shown like any upside this year. But hey, he scored 40 last year, so I guess there's no reason why he can't do it again. All right, on the clock over here, let's get Puka. Yeah, the 12 bands I was kind of more than willing to go the other route though, and get exposure to the Pearsall Jennings stuff. Yeah, I'm down with that. Problem is I have zero Brian Thomas teams, but hey, I'm happy if Brian Thomas can help me out with some. If I do him and play him a lot in this, and he gets me some nice weeks, I'm cool with that. If Pitts can do it, anyone can, man. Sky Moore can do a 50-point game. Anyone can do it. Any of the slappy pigs can get there. Kyle Pitts smashed for 40 points. I think Mariota over T-Law. I don't really know. I'm betting on both to score touchdowns. I think it's really a crapshoot here. I don't feel like better about either. Say you would think T-Law would be better, just because he's probably a better quarterback. Probably. I'm gonna take Mariota. I don't think. Yeah, that's a tough decision. Barkley again. Okay, can I get a Lamar Andrews team? Challenge impossible. People are doing it. Like, people are wanting to do the same thing, so they just keep grabbing Lamar early. Let me have it. I had a nice team where I had Allen fall to me pretty far down the list, and I was just like so pissed because I got sniped on Andrews, and I just picked Likely, which might be a blessing in disguise on that team, but I really wanted Andrews as my last pick. Also saw a Puka JSN team get made yesterday. That was sad. I wanted to make that, but some of these might get thrown out because they're in some weird rooms. a lot of fun. These games, these games are sick. Like the Rams Lions game, like that game could just be absolutely nuclear. This Bills Patriots game is sick too. Like, there's a lot of good games, man. Very interested to see the Colts play. The Chiefs Chargers game is interesting just to see the Chiefs are going to be done. The Bengals Ravens, of course. Ken Shadur have another good game. The Giants Commanders, I think, is the slot bowl, but I like it a lot. Broncos Packers, a big game for seeding. And then just a bunch of teams with a lot of high totals that how are they scoring those points? Like, we know the Niners are going to score points. How are they scoring them? Very interesting. Okay. Okay, can I get Lamar to come back? Come on. You guys take whatever you want. Let me get Lamar back. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's true. People are saying it. Yeah, I'm excited to that Lions game to be fun. Lions beat the Rams, like playoff best ball. It's over. Like the Lions train is going to be going if they win that game. And honestly, the thing is, like, even if I don't even know, for playoff best ball purposes, I don't even mind if the Lions lose because they're going to fall a lot, and I'm just going to still take them because I just want, I want those fantasy pieces, especially in like the gauntlet. Like, obviously, I'm going to make you can make a lot of dead teams that way, but if you're able to get a team that I think could compete with any team in the league, obviously the dome shit is kind of bad. Like if they're not in a dome, it's been kind of ugly, but a team that I think could score with any team in the league. One of the most fun offenses in the league, one of the most highest scoring offenses in the league, like fantasy wise and everything, which is what you need for these contests. You get like max mega cheap Lions, almost like low, like third, fourth, fifth round Gibbs, if the market allows it at any point. That feels pretty sick. And they just have to win out against like the Steelers, the Bears, and like the Vikings, I think. And I think they can do that, right? I don't think that's crazy. I would say they could do that. Maybe I'm stupid, but I think they could do that. About like a Lamar double. Have some fun on this one. And last running back, we could do like a Devin Neal thing. Or we get another receiver and we go like double them up. Yeah, I mean, I think like, I don't know, like with how deep the slate is, like, are you like, is it that crazy just to click on Brian Thomas over Devin Neal? Is it that crazy to click on Brian Thomas over Kenneth Walker? Is it that crazy to click on Sutton over Josh Jacobs? Like, I don't know. Like, it's not that crazy to me in terms of like who's scoring more points. I don't know. I can't tell you. Like, it doesn't feel like that outlandish to me that they could outscore that cohort of players. And yeah, it just feels like you could be taking these running backs. So you get, I mean, I think it would take Woody for sure, but like you take these running backs in this range, you could just be like, hey, I'm going to get these points, but like I'm going to get 15 points. And like, oh, that's just not good, actually. I think that's going to happen to a lot of these teams down here is like Harvey, Judkins, Kyron, like these guys will give you 16 points, but they're not going to get you 25. But hey, you know, A.D. Mitchell can get you 25. Slayton can get you 25. Brian Thomas can get you 25. Like, it's just, there's going to be, I think that might be something that happens is where you might want the third receiver if you don't get two other running backs, which I think like the Barkley Henry combo is good. The CMC Henry, the Gibbs Henry, the Gibbs Barkley, whatever you get, all feels pretty good. But I don't know, just rambling. Happy to take Adams if available. Pretty much just like blindly buying the Adams if I can. I'm not gonna like complain about it. So yeah, here's a team. Is an example of a team where I'm gonna go for it. But I'm probably gonna have to get a different receiver. And let's just get Brian Thomas on this team, right? Lamar. We'll get Zay because I don't think I'm getting JMO back. I don't think I either don't get Zay back or I don't get JMO back. I would assume these two receivers get taken, and if three receivers get taken, I can feel pretty confident that Zay would have been gone, but could have played the game to try to get an extra piece there. Quick stop sharing. JSN on this one. Okay, Chase is there. What else we got in the lab? James Cook instead of Josh Allen. On the clock over here. I think I'm going to do the Brian Thomas thing. Yeah. This is like I think this is how you do it. Like this is how you get the 25 pointer in your flex. Is you take a receiver down here. Now, I say that and like Judkins is going to go for like 30, but I don't know. I'm starting to feel like the late receiver scroll either skinnied with a quarterback or not, or just like by themselves, I think could be the play this week. Like whether that be Terry or shit, it's gonna be Michael Wilson again, maybe. I don't know, but like one of those dudes down there, I think could be Rashee Rice all day on this one. Yeah, 100% Gil. I love playoff best ball. Probably my favorite. Like I like best ball, of course. It's just fun in general, but playoff best ball is my funnest, the most fun to think about, the most fun to like try to win, to deep dive into. Very, very like a lot. Kind of, in my opinion, kind of easy to like bring other people on board because a lot of people I spend time with in real life don't play on Underdog too much, so it's fun to like bring them in to just to have a good time. Like, hey, let's just draft a fun little playoff best ball team together, and chill, whatever, and take the Chiefs or whatever they want to do. Kind of fun for sure. So I love playoff best ball. Just the game theory of it. I've definitely been trying to adapt to the new things. Like I think it is not as clear cut as like, okay, let's just 5-5 these two teams, and especially when it's one of 6 advanced this year. Definitely a lot different. Yeah, this is it right here. 30-30-30. Yeah, I really said the funnest. That's crazy. But yeah, that's the selling point there. Like you can't even use your words correctly. So you just got to take Mahomes here, right? Like you get Mahomes back again. Like back could not be more against the wall, and we'll see. Like if they make a run and they somehow make the playoffs, I'm gonna be in a weird spot for playoff best ball. There's just a lot of wrinkles this year. But I think one of the biggest things you could have done early in playoff best ball, which there was some opportunity in the first contest that was out, not really as much in this one. Let's see, Harold Fannin. Yeah, Fannin. The original contest that was out was a ton of like, Ravens, Lions, Chiefs all getting drafted. All those teams are not even like, 2 of them are like pretty low odds to make the playoffs. 3 of them there's a chance all 3 of them don't make it. Like that is like unprecedented in these contests where like there could be literally 4 teams just fully dead because they drafted these teams in the first round. Like that is crazy. And it doesn't really happen in the gauntlet much because people aren't taking the Chiefs, rightfully so, because they're probably not going to make it because like they need to, like even if they win out, it doesn't matter. Like they can win out and they need help. Like they need the Chargers to lose, they need Houston to lose, whatever, the teams that are fighting those spots, they need them to lose, and they need the tiebreaker, which they don't have against like any of the teams that are in. So I don't know. On the clock over here, we'll take Puka again. Actually, let's get Chase. Let's do Chase this time. But yeah, I think it's very interesting. I think that could have been one of the biggest edges you could have done, is just drafting and not taking these teams that are kind of fringy. And it's scary. Like I didn't even want to commit to it. Like I was like, why would I not take the Chiefs? Like why would I not take the Lions? Why would I not take the Ravens? Like that seems kind of silly. But like now that we're sitting here and living in it, you could have been very, very, very plus. Like, you could have made some insanely plus EV, and I did some, but I could have done it even more because you're just when you're taking you're taking those teams that like literally like 4 of them might be dead. All right, let's get a Henry team here. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I was doing it a little bit. But in the same vein, like, I'm willing to take the Lions late because the Lions are mega cheap, and if they make it through, it could be the advance rates you need, or they just go on a run and you need them for many reasons. So yeah, I'm down to just keep taking the Lions until they're fully out, because if you can get the Lions at even cheaper than they are now, and they make it, or if they make a run, wow, that is like insane. You could have got them, you could have got Gibbs in the second, third round, like fourth round, like that is pretty massive. Gibbs is probably the best fantasy, player this year of any player. The player you want the most is Gibbs. Okay. Get another Kittle team going here, maybe. What about like a Burrow double? People probably are not going to do that very much. Let's do that. Sounds kind of cool. If we get Cook, that'd be great. Get James Cook and then JMO. Yeah. Give me James Cook all day. Give me JMO and then Burrow Gesicki. I think it's pretty nice little squad there. But yeah, like right now, like I think, and it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't edge then, and I took some teams with that in mind. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna not take these teams that I think might not make it, even though I don't feel good about it. I'm just gonna take some teams where like I don't touch either of those teams. Like I take the Packers. Problem is I took a lot of the Bears. The Bears might still make it, and they are more likely to make it than they aren't. But okay, JMO went. Hold on. Let's go Terry McLaurin. Terry, Burrow, Gesicki. We'll do that. But yeah, like they're still more likely than they are to not make it. But I took a lot of Bears in that time. I was like, well, the Bears are going to make it, right? So that was probably the mistake I made there. But if they do make it, Lions don't, Ravens don't, Chiefs don't. There's just like a very large mass of teams that are like actually like legitimately dead on arrival. And there's teams that do that anyways with the bye week situation, but like there's teams that are legit, like these players are not in the playoffs. They're scoring you 0 points and they'll score you 0 points all playoffs long. Just craziness, man. It's been a wild year. And the good thing is you can still do that on DraftKings. I've been kind of entering in as I can, but like there's people taking Jamar Chase, and technically they're still in. I've seen people take Trey McBride a lot. I don't know if people are actually still allowed to do that because he's like fully eliminated, but like people are just doing weird shit like that. I'm gonna give some advice. Taking Trey McBride in playoff best ball, not a good idea. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that. So yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of people drafting teams that are most likely dead, and it's also 1 of 6 on DK. There's more roster slots, so it actually I think makes it a little bit harder, really. But it makes it kind of very interesting because you can get some teams that you would have never gotten through in any other year, because there's teams like the Chiefs that everyone expects to be in. There's teams like the Ravens that everyone expects to be in, and if they're not, those teams have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 in their lineup, and then you can sneak your Patriots on bye or whatever team through that you didn't think was going to get through. So I don't know. It's quite the contest, man. Very fun on both sites. I had a finals team in the DK one last year. I had a team in the top like 100 of drafters for a while. Like had a chance at the top, but got buried by Worthy. And then I had a top 10 finish in FFPC playoff challenge. So was a good playoff last year. Didn't have any gauntlet teams get through, and it's just because I didn't have like you needed like the Terry Daniels. Didn't think that was going to be the combo you needed, and you definitely needed that to get everything through. So wasn't on my bingo card that it was going to be Eagles Commanders and the NFC champion. So that was not great for me, but had some exposure in other tournaments. Let's see if I can get one more goal line stand in. Otherwise, we might be done after this one. Do Pickems and get out of here. Yeah, I got to meet some cool people. Got to meet Mr. AZ Cards, very cool. Got to meet John, Nez, Pete, a couple of the big winners on Underdog, like the most like the super crushers on Underdog, winning a lot of contests. Some really cool people. Yeah, super chill. Chris G was a super nice guy too. A lot of cool people got to meet. Definitely thankful for that opportunity. Not taking it for granted. And yeah, John, super nice guy, man. That guy's a legend. Got a little bit of cool merch, got a little bit of swag. They were giving stuff away, kind of letting anyone have whatever they wanted, cups, whatever it is. Pretty cool, really nice of them. They know how to make the swag cool, man. They had some really cool jackets. Those were really sick. Those weren't available, obviously, but those were pretty cool. There's some pretty cool like rain jackets. Those were dope. Yeah, Underdog has some nice merch, and I like the way they do it. Like they do it like if you go to events, if you're you win a contest on that they put up, like that's how you get the merch. They don't just like sell it, which they could make money off of it. But I think the fact that it's kind of like more kind of event based and stuff like that, you can win it on a giveaway. I think that's really cool. Really cool because they definitely could make a lot of money off of it, I'm sure, just selling it outright. Okay, so no goal line stand, I don't think. Yeah, no, I'm gonna pass on that. We'll do a couple more BRs and then we'll do Pickems for the last like 15 minutes or so. About 20 minutes left. That's my plan for the day. Yeah, I'm just ready to fast forward, man. I want to get to this Sunday and see what these games are like. Literally like 15 games. I got some stuff to do on Sunday, but as soon as that stuff is done, I'm gonna be glued to it watching those evening games. I cannot wait to watch it all. Cannot wait. BR, Lamar, Etienne, Puka, AJ, Zay, Likely. That felt fun. I like that. Gibbs, Barkley. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing it. We'll see if Barkley has the week we want him to. Oh, yeah, we need to do a Barkley, like a Barkley JMO. Let's see what we want to do. We got to get our Pick'em thought process going here. Barkley Slayton seems kind of fun for a double. Amo. Andrews. What else do we like? Go back to the Brian Thomas well, I guess. McMillan, Terry. Honestly, not that often. Oh shit, I'm on the clock. Hold up. Rashi Rice, AJ Brown, Kittle. It's Rashi again. And we want Goff team. And then we want to get and guys in here. And then one more receiver, like McMillan or something. Wandale. Terry, something like that. Puka again on this one. All right, we're good now. Actually, I gotta take one more pick and then we're good. Puka Henry, I guess. Puka Nico. Oh, I definitely look at mine before the finals. Some good discipline on your end, though. I couldn't do that. Come on, man. Make your pick so I can start going on the next thing. Okay. Henry, that's fine. Yeah, I've been fortunate. Like, I mean, I've done a lot of entries, but like not like anywhere near like maxing every contest. A lot of people max a lot of contests. There's nothing wrong with that. All for it. I'd max if I could as well. Like I'd max BBM if I felt like I wanted. Like it felt like I had the bankroll and I wanted to do it. I would do it. Don't feel that comfortable doing it yet. I feel like I can. Like now, like after this year, I definitely feel more confident about giving it a try. So next year might be the year I max it. Maybe I'll just do 100 next year. We'll see. I've never done more than 70, I think, of BBMs at least. But I had a finals team every year. Won a small, very, very, very small contest, and then had a couple finals teams last year. So if I can make a finals team, I'd be very happy. That's when I really start looking. Like I am looking at that thing nonstop, thinking like, hey, how do I win this? Like, what is my biggest leverage angle? What's my lowest owned guy? Like I'm all in on that, but like not right now, not really. I'm just kind of like, can I please just like open my app Saturday night and have a team like really close to making it, or Sunday night and have a team really close to making it? It's like, okay, well, hey, I'm sweating this Monday. Like I don't, or oh, I'm already in, or I need, what's the Monday night game again? Hold on. Jesus, I'm all over the place right now. Bowers, Terry, Slayton, on the clock over here. McMillan, Goff, Andrews. Okay. But yeah, not too much. What was I saying before that? Terry. Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping I open my app on Sunday, and then what's the Monday night game? They're Dolphins Steelers. I'm hoping I open my app on Sunday night, and I'm like, okay, well, hey, I need 12 points from Waddle when I'm in, that kind of thing. And then as I get to the BBM, like if I have a semifinals team, which I have every year, hopefully I can get another one and have another finals potential ticket sweat. One year I had like 6 tickets. That was really unfortunate. I was hoping to get one. That would have been nice. That was like my best chance I've had. I don't think I'll have 6 this year. But yeah, like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm really, my main like thought is like, I just want to open my app Sunday night. I'm going to be looking at it, of course. Open my app Sunday night and just like hope that I have like a reasonable sweat to get a team through in, the biggest contest. That's kind of what I hope for. Okay, it's 2 people without tight ends. One guy needs a quarterback. He has no. This guy has a Lion. I feel like it's way more likely he takes Andrews than. We'll take Andrews instead of Fan, and I said I wasn't going to do that very much, but whatever. Yeah. Definitely the sweat gets on as soon as I start looking at that BBM team that has a chance to get to the next round. That's when it really goes. But hey, I 39. Yeah, you have 39 teams, dude. I'd sweat all of those bad boys. Like, what's the point? Like, if someone's gonna tell you not to sweat it, like, what's the point? Like, just enjoy it. However you want to enjoy it is how you should enjoy it. Like, that's whether that be looking at it a lot or not looking at it a lot. Like, you should just enjoy the whole experience. Okay, are you shitting me, bro? Every time I want to do a dart team, I get cucked. Brian Thomas. All right, I'm just not doing slate. I'm not picking slate without dart. That's just not gonna happen. So yeah, I'll do Terry and then Thomas. Look at mine. Everything banks me out. It's going to be, yeah. I mean, Chase always destroys the Ravens for whatever reason. So not surprised if he pops off again. I won't look at mine until the finals. Don't jinx them. Oh, I read that late. Sorry. You can see the scores, so I get an idea who might be on it. Yeah, true. Now you know who to read. yeah, I guess I should know. Like, Dart is the one guy that gets like sniped a little bit on these. The only guy. Like, Dart gets picked a little bit higher. But, like, man, it's crazy. Like, Lamar went undrafted here. But I'm not taking Lamar with Henry, personally. So, anyway. As long as this guy doesn't take Goff, we're chilling on this team and get a Goff with Gibbs combo. BTJ. All right, we'll do one more. Let's get a Slayton Terry dart team. Just so you guys know, I'm willing to burn $7 to show you guys I like these plays. Half kidding. Only half kidding. Is that 2 double tight end teams here? See, I mean, I think the tight end scores could be good, but man, that is tough to do. But hey, I mean, when you see Kyle Pitts 240, you can see, you get the double tight end that gets 30 for you. You're like, yeah, tight ends can do anything. So we want Terry, Dart, Slayton, and nothing really matters otherwise. So we probably want running backs. Probably a good like Henry Barkley team, in my estimation, and then get like Bowers or Finn or Kittle or McBride. This team just kind of built itself, I think. Unless I get a nice like baller to me. Yeah, man, I'm so excited to watch these games and see how they go. Can't say it enough. Lots to root for. Definitely wish you guys all the best of luck in your sweats as well. Should be a final time. Hopefully you just get a couple through, or whatever team you're hoping to get through, you get through. Usually what happens is like the team you haven't looked at a single time is like, whoa, I've never even seen this team before. That's the one that gets through. All right, we'll get Henry and Barkley. I think James Cook's. I mean, these guys are probably all in the same tier, but like, yeah, after Taylor, I don't even like care about. Like, I want to take some Hendo, I want to take some ETN, but like these running backs after these 6 don't feel that great. These guys all feel like they can drop you 30. I don't feel like ETN's dropping you 30. Hendo can drop you 30, but he's in a split backfield. Don't think Chase Brown's dropping you 30. Don't think Woody Mark's dropping you 30. So if you do need, like, Henry gets 30, Barkley gets 30, you're going to want some of these guys together. I don't really think Taylor can get 30 this week either, but you know, who knows? Like, he could bust a long run out. Like, he dropped 40 before 50 almost. Like, you can't act like he doesn't have the ceiling to get 30. So yeah, we're taking a tight end here. I think probably Kittle might be the guy I want the most here. Give me Kittle, and then I just get my, hopefully uncontested, get my guys I want. I'm taking Dart in the 4th round. If I don't get Dart, I'd go crazy. Gotta hope I get Kittle. Well, Kittle, McBride, Bowers. I'll take whatever. Doesn't really matter to me. Kittle if available. McBride if available. Bowers if available. And Fannin if no one's available. Let's see what this guy goes. He's gonna take McBride or Bowers. All right, I'll take McBride. McBride and Dart. Terry Slayton. Easy. Easy game. Yeah, I think Pitts is like took the belief out of people and put the belief into some people as well. It's been such a weird. It's just like cannot be a more funny person for it to be. Like the ultimate punching bag of just like we're so stupid for continuing to take this guy. He's so bad. Never does it. We keep hoping he does it. He never does it, and then it just goes crazy. One of the biggest scores you've seen a tight end ever. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, any Rams Lions are pretty. You got to feel good about the Rams Lions game. And I don't think I have any Puka teams really. I don't think I have one on BBM at least. Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have a Puka team, so I'm going to be enjoying that 40 on the bench. On the sideline. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Not a single other player. Like, there's not a single other player that it is more funny that it happened. That the best possible outcome. So funny. Ironic, funny, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's just insane. All right, we'll do some Pickems after this, and we'll call it a night. Not a bad little hour and 40-ish. Probably stop there, but yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. New, drop a sub. Just trying to grow this channel piece by piece. Definitely a good time. Definitely enjoyable. Yeah, trying to use this as a way to help myself get better, help others get better. Even if I just help one person, that's cool with me. Just doing something fun in my free time. Would love to continue to grow it, make it a bigger thing. Are you shitting me right now, dude? I can't get the one team I want to get, dude. What is this life? It's alright, it's a blessing in disguise. They don't know you need the Giants double stack to win. Okay, whatever. Let me just see. I probably already have a Dart McLaurin team. Let me just like humor myself here and just like take a look real quick. Insane stuff, man. All right. Let's look. Control F McLaurin. I got a Dart Wandale. Nope, I don't have it yet. I suck. Well, you guys are getting a bonus one. We're going to get this before I forget about wanting to get it. That's just kind of how it's going to go today. And we'll get it with mix CMC or something this time. Part of me wants to take Gibbs over, but I don't think it's like, I don't think that's probably not ideal. Pickems will do right after this. Right after I get Dart, McLaurin, Slayton team. Pickems are ours. And we're going to do a McLaurin, Slayton Pickem for the one time as well. All right, yeah, we'll just give it McCaffrey, whatever. McCaffrey flu game incoming. All right, so we want another running back. Let's take whatever the top 4 are available, if they are. If not, we can go to like Woody or something. We want Terry McLaurin. We want Dart. We want Slayton. And then we want a tight end. Top 4 variety. I should be able to get this like anytime I have Dart, I should be able to get this team. I don't understand. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm just shocked that I want one specific team and I got sniped on it like twice. Well, good thing I know I kind of have an idea what Pickems I want to do anyway, so that's good. Slayton, McLaurin for sure. All right, yeah, I got ideas. I got to figure out a pair for Barkley, or I could just combo them all together, I guess. I'll probably do that. Barkley, McLaurin, Slayton, just like all of them, just like have a field day with those 3. Dude, what the fudge, man? This is a joke, right? It's not real life, man. Oh, whatever. We're gonna do our alts all on one play then, I guess. Can't believe that guy just took Dart at 10. Getting trolled. I'm getting trolled. They're trying to make me do more battle royales. Getting held against my underdog lobby will. They don't let me out of the lobbies. Insane, bro. Hurts, Shuba, Puka, Nico, AJ Likely. Nice. I like Nico quite a bit this week. All right, let's... Yeah, we're gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Get Lamar or... Yeah, I like this a lot. That's fun. Berkeley. No one's saying anything. This other team's going to work perfect. Hey, Gail, good luck this weekend, man. Good luck. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a good weekend. And, yeah, we'll catch you later, brother. Take it easy. Always good having you here in the chats. Okay, so Lamar goes. We just take Purdy, McCaffrey, and Kittle. Seems fine. I'd like to take Bowers, I think. I want to take more Bowers in general. Like, yeah, you can be afraid of the matchups, but like Bowers is not a normal. First of all, Bowers is not a normal tight end. McBride, nor Kittle, nor Bannon. So I don't think the matchup should matter. I mean, it should matter a little bit. Like if you're playing the Bengals, you should be more happy about it. But like, I'm not that afraid of it in terms of like, can you give me a tight end score that's usable, or even like the top tight end score in the league? Absolutely. Is he going to drop 40? Is this going to be his 38-point game that he had earlier? No, probably not. With the Eagles defense, probably not. With Kenny Pickett, no. But like, can you get you 80 yards and a touchdown, which might be the highest tight end on the week, other than freaking Kyle Pitts? Yeah, for sure. All right, come on. No one touched Dart. No one touched Terry. I don't even need to say Slayton. Just let me get the 3 guys. Please. Come on, guys. Okay. Nothing. I can't. There's no game theory here. There's 2 guys that need a quarterback. This guy needs a receiver. This guy needs 2 receivers or 1. Like, gonna have to just keep fighting the battle here. We're on Terry watch. A little bit on drafts this week. Feels too fun not to have a lot of teams. Yeah, this is like a fun week in general, obviously, because you have all those other, you have your best ball teams, but you also have like a fun. I mean, I got like, I did pretty good in season long. It makes me wish I would have done more like big stake ones, but I'll get it up there. Like I usually do like one like somewhat higher money league every year. Didn't do that this year. Just did my normal leagues and then one more dynasty. But next year I want to do more on FFPC. I think that'd be really fun to do some with other people, and split the buy-in on those. That'd be really fun to do. I think. Obviously we could get crushed, but that'd be fun to do more of that action. But yeah, just gonna be doing that. Wandale went. Chill out, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of that. But I got 2. All my fantasy leagues I have the buy or already went past the buy, so that feels good. Hopefully I can get a couple ships in there. Maybe 1, whatever. I don't really care. Just hopefully I can win 1 league or a couple, but we'll see. Got 1 really good dynasty team cooking for a couple years, and then 1 that just started. Yeah, I don't like Chase Brown at all. He's been getting there on touchdown efficiency, and he's been obviously pretty good, but like getting there on touchdown efficiency, A, and then B, P. Ryan's healthy. He's been getting quite a bit of work. I mean, P. Ryan had a touchdown himself last week. I thought he scored. I swear I want to say he like paces the team. That's crazy. I want to say he was about to, like, he almost scored or something, but maybe I'm just tripping. But either way, he got a good amount of work. And I mean, Chase Brown was putrid on the ground. 12 for 23, 3 for 12, 2 touchdowns. Like that 17 points isn't even enough, and he scored 2 touchdowns. you're getting 2 touchdowns from your guy. You definitely want that to be enough. So pick 'em time, pick 'em time, pick 'em time, pick 'em time. All right. We got the team we wanted. Finally, after years of waiting for that team. That team is Dart, Barkley, JSN, Terry McLaurin, Darius Slayton, Bowers. Can't wait for that to be a $0 ROI on that one. Just kidding. I'm going to be in on it again. Like, I don't know. Slayton's that guy. Like I said, Slayton is the guy. And when I said this last time, Wandale went off. So I'm going to not have no Wandale, which I did have Wandale that week too, but it didn't matter. But Slayton is the guy that can go 110-2, even though Wandale did it instead last time. Slayton can do that. He can do it. He's able to do it. Anyways, we'll see the Pickems, and then we'll get out of here after that. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. 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 Okay, so here's what we got here. Just very simple. These guys are our plays this week. All right. Play them straight up. And then we play them to the moon. That honestly might be all of our Pickems, really. We're not going to go that much crazier after we do these guys a bunch. So, all right, so we'll start here. Barkley. What do we want to do here? 160 for Barkley, rush receiving. Sure. And then Slayton, just like 100 yards. There you go. That's it. Yeah, as expected, an absolute crazy multiplier that is no business being an actual thing. There it is. Okay, there's that one. Barkley. Slayton. Barkley, Slayton. Okay, let's keep going. So we share this one first. Okay, so I want to do this again really quick. Barkley. This is just probably the theme of my picks. Like, I'm just going to go all these 3 guys and have them alt, and that's it, really. $5 on this one, just so I can throw it in chat. Slayton, Terry. All right, time for Slayton, Terry now. So Giga Scroll, Terry, Giga Scroll, Slayton. Very simple stuff. $7 on this one. Boom. Share that one. Slayton, Terry. Pop that in the chat. Tail at your own risk. These are a massive scroll picks. So Terry Max scroll. Barkley 160 scrimmage. And don't get me wrong, I've hit these, like I've hit in several of the, like I had the Terry, or I had the, I think it was like no, not that. It was this. It was like Henderson 160-yard scrimmage when he had his blow up a game against the Bucks. That one hit. I had the JMO and Wicks on Thanksgiving for 98x. Like I've hit in crazy Pickems, and I'm not saying these have a good chance of hitting, but I've gotten some to get there. So we're gonna try it just for fun, you know. getting two people, like getting two specific players on a slate to blow up on like their alt lines is very, 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 very difficult. I've tried to do it. I've only been able to hit on like one person a few times. Like I hit on Likely, hit on the Quorum stuff. I hit on some Disney stuff. Like I've done it a few times, but it is very difficult to project a player to go well over their projection, just because you're feeling it, or because you think the matchup's better, or they're healthier than they were, whatever it is. Terry definitely is like the matchup plus health and all that stuff. So, all right, let's get this last one here. Terry Barkley for this one. Barkley, Terry. One more Pickem to end it. I like Nico and Chuba or Chase for first touchdown score. Put all three on ticket. That's fun. Chuba one's probably pretty sick, huh? That's probably a very good multiplier, I bet. Is that one even available? You can 5.4x. That's pretty fun. Let's do it. Fudge it. Chuba first touchdown and Chase first touchdown. Chase first touchdown. Here's a Christopher special. Christopher special there for me. Put $5 on that for 340. All right, we'll do one more pick'em of the finding value fantasy variety. Let's see. How do we want to play it? Should we just do like a reasonable pick'em? I say. Now we're gonna do a Commanders. We've done enough Commanders Giants shit today. I think let's do a different game. We can do the Saints game. We could do. There's a lot of different options we can go. Ryan Thomas. There you go. Ryan Thomas. Here you go. Ryan Thomas. I mean, yeah, if you're going to take him to 99, you might as well take him to 110. You know what I'm saying? He gets 101 yards this week. All right, Brian Thomas Andrews. Very simple. 2 touchdowns for Andrews. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Very cool. All right, that's it. We're just doing long shots today. We're gonna hey, we got our underdog teams to provide us that floor. We got our season long teams. Hopefully, you guys have some season long teams. Those will provide your floor. These Pickems are just all ceiling, other than my 3-pick. So if you want to play the 3-pick, you can check it in the chat. It's gonna be in the chat in the description. You can jump in and grab that one if you want to take a reasonable Pickem. If you want to take the crazy ones with me, hop in and join those ones with me and tail if you'd like. Not going to hit very often. 100Xs don't hit very often. In fact, if you hit 1 in 100, then you've pretty much made you've done good. So, yeah. But yeah, anyways, good time. Good luck this week. Good luck in all your season long. Good luck in all your best ball stuff. Hopefully you guys get some teams to talk about next week. If not, hopefully you guys still tune in and hang out. It should be a good time. If I don't have finals teams, I'm gonna be cheering other people on. If I have finals team, hopefully other people are rooting for me in some capacity. Even if I have a finals team, I'll be rooting for other people too. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of all about wanting the community to get better. And now it's really hard when we're all kind of trying to win money, obviously, but you could still kind of try to, root for other people here and there, even though I'm trying to win, trying to be better than other people. And I'm going to continue to try to better my game to do that. But you can still, be humble and root for others on the way up, improving. So anyways, trying to get better at this stuff. Appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a good time. Hope you guys all enjoyed. See you guys next time on Build and Battle. Finding Value Fantasy is here. And yeah, hopefully you survive Kyle Pitts week. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be all right. We'll make it past the Kyle Pitts week. You're going to have some teams, I'm sure, make it to the semifinals. And hopefully next week we can be talking about some finals sweats, getting some teams to the finals. Oh, I need this to get to the finals. It should be a lot of fun. So good luck to you as well, my friend. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Enjoy it. And as always, find value in everything you do. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.